And also, Thomas, I know that you've got a lot of particular expertise in land ownership, land purchase, the due diligence that should be carried out, the legality, property registration, all of those things. And I think it would really add a lot of value to the people listening in today. If maybe you could give us a little overview of some of that. You know, what are your experiences of buying land in Costa Rica?
Yeah, for sure. And, buying land in Costa Rica and internationally, there's a number of checks and balances that you can do in order to educate yourself on the process. So, the first thing to look at is what is the legal situation in Costa Rica? Well, Costa Rica has a civil law system rather than a common law system. And the main difference between the two systems is that, civil law is much more rigid than common law, and it makes the procedure frequently more important than the substance. So, such a distinction is of the utmost concern when purchasing property, for the letter of the law must be followed precisely when registering property in order to obtain the full legal title of the property.
Great.
And so then the other thing that you're going to look at, is the property registration. So in Costa Rica, all property is registered at a central depository, and that's called the Registro Público. And generally, this is where one should begin with a title search for a parcel of land. And what you're looking for is if the title, has any liens or encumbrances on it. So, the real trick to buying property in Costa Rica is to be able to reconcile the actual property with documents that actually legally define the property. And so the first is a document called the Escritura, which is a title document that describes how the property is recorded in the registro in words. And then the second one would be the catastro map, which is basically a plan or map of the property that would be on file in the registro.
Great.
And then as you can see on the screen, so there's fee simple ownership. And that's basically, you have the right to buy, sell, rent, lease, renovate, build, and the right to waive any of these rights should you so choose to. And, that's a little different than places, for example, such as Mexico, which don't necessarily have a fee simple ownership system. And then the other important thing is title insurance. Title insurance is very important, and the services are available in Costa Rica. Stewart Title of Latin America is a company that's based in San Jose in Costa Rica, and Stewart Title offers escrow, title guarantee services, and what they do is they protect the consumer throughout the process of acquiring land and basically indemnify him or her, so the purchaser, for losses that may be incurred. So, Stewart Title is a multinational corporation, 105 years old. They're based in Houston, Texas. And they have, 3,500 offices in the U.S. and abroad, so they're very well in tune with what's going on in Costa Rica and provide an excellent service. So, I'm gonna let you guys get on to the webinar, but just in summary, it's important to remember a few of the following points. Whenever you're looking at property, it's extremely important to have a copy of the tax receipt, the impuesto territorial, as it's called, providing that all taxes and registration fees are paid as of the date of purchase. And then a certificate, the Constancia Municipal, is issued by the municipal authority of the municipality where the property is located. And then you should be wary that there are going to be funds that are needed to be paid at closing that cover taxes, registration fees, and notary fees. Generally, half is paid by the seller, half is paid by the buyer. These are all negotiable things. And then you want evidence of any prior mortgages, any liens, judgments that have been made or lifted on the property, and basically giving you the story of the property and the scope of what you're purchasing. So just a couple of tricks that we do along the way. It's a system that we've put in place that's been very successful for us, and one that we've also going to be using with Nature Walk. And it's just the way that we make our clients feel safe, secure, and conduct transparent purchases of real estate.
That's great. Thank you very much for that, Thomas.